and Brownie,
the podcast.
Pinching a punch for the first of the month, my love.
Absolutely. First of the month. Big night last night, Swanee.
Oh!
You made your triumphant return. I'm going to say return.
Yes.
I say in a mainstream show where you're not just a guest. You were the host of Would I Lie to You?
I was.
Jeez, it was fantastic.
I was so nervous, but I really enjoyed the show.
Same.
Swanee,
Yeah.
it was good. I was wrangling the kids to bed. I missed the first 10 minutes. The kids wanted to know where I met Mum, and so I was just trying to whip through that story, and they thought it was hilarious.
Yes.
So I thought, shit, it was in the back of my mind. I've got to get downstairs and watch Christine.
That sounds like a story that you could tell on Would I Lie to You?
Yes,
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely. I reckon I could roll through that. So
You missed the first 10 minutes was Ross Noble talking about how he built sandcastles with Rod Stewart in the south of France.
Do you think that's real?
Is that true or false?
that'd be true.
It is absolutely true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there was a
believe
photo.
that.
There was a photo to support it. Them both digging like dogs
Man,
on the beach.
That is magnificent.
It's so great. It was so much fun to watch.
Luke
We loved
McGregor
it.
whipped out a guitar because they brought out a stranger.
Oh, I saw that.
and they were like, who's the stranger?
Yeah.
That's my favourite segment. This
Great
is my
scene.
yeah.
I remarked to my wife Kylie, who came down to watch it as well with me, that Luke McGregor's rendition on the guitar was very similar
Yeah.
to Ash Gardner
Oh,
on the ukulele last week.
Yes.
Uncanny.
Very similar sound.
Yeah, I promise never to play any of that again, so we won't.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realise there's nothing left.
Very similar.
It's the same vibe.
Same, but different.
I'd
Yeah,
argue Luke's
yeah.
was slightly better.
Yeah.
Not much.
Not much.
Did the kids watch it?
They did. Yes.
Were they freaking out? Mum's on telly.
The two smaller ones, 10 and 8, watched a bit, but Leo watched it all and was laughing, and it was really, really cool. It was
He's got a
a cool
good belly
moment.
laugh too.
Yeah, he loved it. Loved it.
Sounds like he's had 3 packets of smokes.
Yeah,
before that laugh.
absolutely.
Well done, son.
Good on you, Swanee. We'll talk
Thank
about
you.
it a bit more in the 7 o'clock hour.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
It's time to make up for missed holidays with whatif.com.
book the spa, suite, jet skis, maybe even a safari. Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Something brought a smile to my face this morning. Danny Spud Frawley's new centre is opening at Moorabbin. Of course, it's been September 2019 when he was when he tragically passed, Spud, and his legacy will go on forever because not only the impact he had on us boys that knew him, but the wider AFL community, but also for mental health, Swanee, and all those types of things. So. The Danny Centre opens today down in Moorabbin. The first part of it will be fantastic. It'll be open to the public from March the 7th. So the first part of it is a 25-metre lap pool, hydrotherapy pool, learn to swim and community resilience programs. And then moves on later in the year, high-tech recovery centre, gym, mindfulness yoga space, allied health consultation suites, all of these sort
Sounds
of things.
wonderful.
Sounds wonderful,
What a
doesn't it?
Gorgeous tribute.
Absolutely. So that'll be fantastic. And he was in the paper today with his wife, Anita, and a couple of his daughters, Chelsea and Danielle. So fantastic there.
Wonderful.
Great to see the opening of that. His impact has been profound on a lot of people. People that didn't know him, but I was certainly lucky enough to know him. And my favourite part of Spud was the nights out you'd have when you'd have these bus trips, these tours around Victoria. And Spud, after you'd finished the footy clinics... Spud would then you'd have a big bus trip to the next region. Yep. You know, you might be going from, say, the Yarrawonga area and you might be working your way over towards Echuca, Swanee.
Yeah.
Because the school's the next day. And Spud would hold court up the back of the bus. And obviously we're having a couple of beers along the way.
Yeah.
And invariably it would get to the Plugger Lockett stories because him and Plugger Lockett, best mates. They grew up together. They both lived in Ballarat, Swanee.
Right.
Because back in the 80s, Ballarat was St Kilda zone. Back in the days
didn't
when
know that. Did you know
Victoria,
that?
No.
Victoria was split into zones.
Right.
So each club would have a different zone in the country.
Okay.
Ballarat had that, and obviously, Spud was grew up just outside of Ballarat, and Plugger was from Ballarat as well. So they used to drive to training, Swanee.
Wow.
Drive home, drive to games together. Quite often in white panel van. Well, anyway, this day, late in pre-season.
So
Plugger had
great.
a white panel van?
White
course
panel
he did.
van. Well, mate, because he trained greyhounds. So he used to have the dish lickers in the back.
Wow.
And so...
God, it was a different time, wasn't it?
It was unbelievable. So he used to sit at the Ola of Spud, up the back of the bus, and just listen to all these stories. And a lot of them would be about Plugger, as I said. So anyway, one day, back in the, I think it was the early 90s, Daryl Doc Baldock, legendary St Kilda, arguably up there with Plugger as the greatest St Kilda player of all time, premiership player in 66. He was the coach.
Yeah.
It was a hot day. They had pre-season training and they thought, bugger it. They got to Melbourne. It was too hot. They saw Luna Park. So Spud rang Doc Baldock, Spud being the captain, rang Doc Baldock and said, we can't make it to training. I'm busy on the farm picking spuds. We've got a big harvest this year. And Plugger is flat out with the dogs. Just getting the dogs prepared. There's a big race coming up later in the week. Yep, no worries. So we won't be able to make it to training. Yep, no worries. Unbeknownst to Doc, though, instead of coming to training, the boys weren't held up on the farm in Ballarat. They just wanted to go into Luna Park because as they were driving from Ballarat on the way to Moorabbin, they thought it'd be good to stop in at Luna Park.
Just giant babies.
Giant babies.
Yeah.
So there it was. So it was all good. They were going to get away with this until there was a Herald Sun, or it might have been the Sun reporter back in the day. The two boys were on the front carriage of the Big Dipper, the roller coaster at Luna Park.
I can see it so clearly, these two giant men at the front squealing.
Plugger and Spud going down the Big Dipper. It was snapped by the Herald Sun photographer.
My God.
Front page of the Herald Sun the next day.
That is fantastic. Oh, my.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
I wonder if ER co-stars Anthony Edwards and Mayor Winningham have said that to each other. The great ER. So these two...
Great show, wasn't it?
It was a great show.
Yeah, I loved it.
These two acted together over 30 years ago, and they were friends.
Is that Goose?
Yes, from Top
Goose,
Gun.
mate. Absolutely.
Well done, Jonathan.
Yes. So I haven't read what role he played. I can't remember, but
He was a surgeon.
He was a surgeon, and she was a nurse.
Pretty sure.
Was she?
Yep.
Anyway, they were friends on set, remained very good friends for 30 years, and they got married very recently.
Oh, that's
A
cool.
secret, quiet ceremony, just officiated by a friend, because they fell in love as friends, right? And they each got married. She had like 3 marriages in their friendship time.
Busy.
She's busy, yes. And he had 1, and they've got lots of kids, with other people.
So during the show, they were married to other people?
Yes, yeah. They never got together. They were just really good friends.
No secret trysts?
Well, maybe. I don't know. They haven't said that. And also, thank you for saying tryst and not tryst, which is what you usually say. He's learning.
Well done, John.
Have you been doing Wordle?
I like trust.
Yeah, I like tryst as well. And I found this article about friendships that turn into relationships. And apparently that is the top way. Most people say that is the best way to find a long-term partner. Is not a blind date, is not an app, surprise, surprise, is a friend that you've known for a while, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, actually, I'm going to kiss you on the mouth. I'm going to do other things with you.
Friend in
What
need.
other things?
Other things.
A friend in need
Nighttime
is
stuff.
a friend indeed.
Whoa.
That is absolutely true.
Whoa.
And what I want to know is, has this worked for you? 13, 24, 10. Were you friends with someone for a while and everything was fine and you just really liked them, and then you suddenly went, oh, my God, I'm going to kiss you on the mouth?
Yeah, you're playing Jenga one day and then you just smashed the Jenga out of the way and made love where the Jenga once was.
Yes, you cleared the Jenga. You
Twister.
cleared it.
Maybe
Cleared the
Twister.
Jenga. No, because Twister's sexual. If you're playing Twister with someone, you know where it's going.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's like I read this great meme going, if we end up together and I've got matching bra and undies on, you know it wasn't you that decided to have sex. 13, 24, 10. Have you been friends with someone and then it's just gone, oh, my goodness, I had no idea, but I think I'm in love with you.
And you took an express ticket to Pound Town.
Oh, you really said it. I thought you were going to say something else.
Ever wanted to offer the team some direct feedback? Well, you can. Shoot us an email at breakfast@nova100.com.au to be part of Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's mailbag.
Yeah, did you marry your friend? Just like Anthony Edwards and Mayor Winningham, who met on the set of Miracle Mile in 1986, but then they ended up on ER together. That's where we know them from.
Scalpel.
They were married. They were good friends for 35 years. They've got 9 kids between them.
Jeez, busy.
And then when the pandemic hit, they both found themselves living in New York City. And they started walking together.
Well, that's how it starts.
That's how it starts. Lisa from Geelong. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, guys.
Have you just married your best friend?
I have, just on the 5th of Feb, so super recently.
Tell me everything. How long had you known each other?
We've known each other 7 years, so we went to uni together and we used to go partying together, and I had a partner at the time, and so I was trying to, be a good friend and be a good wing woman the whole time, and he kept, getting with different girls, and we could never understand why he couldn't find someone that, he loved and connected with, and we were friends for a full year, and we thought it got a little bit weird when we started, cuddling and, just being really good friends. And then one night we kind of turned to each other and we went, oh, crud, we're in love.
Oh, that's so sweet, Lisa. I love this story.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think all our best friends knew before we did. They all saw all the signs and we were like, no, we're just friends. And then,
Did he used to come under pressure from his partner at the time?
No, so I had a partner. He didn't have a partner.
Did you used to come under pressure from your partner, Lisa?
No, my other partner just, wasn't the right fit and, kind of was like, yeah, sure, go out with your friends. And that kind of wasn't for me. I needed someone that wanted to be involved in my life. And, yeah, my now husband, wanted to be there and wanted to be part of everything.
Did he...
He had the blinkers on, that bloke. Jeez.
Did he always have a thing for you, Lise, do you reckon?
Probably. What we've heard and what I heard in my vows was that from day one he thought I was a little bit cute and, was wondering if I was single.
Of course he did.
Sweet.
Who said I love you first, Lisa?
Good question.
Oh, that's a really great question. I think the first statement was, I think I love you. I think we'd said I love lover, so...
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So that's good. So there you go. Proof is in the pudding.
Nice. You guys can go canoodle at Hoyt's. Extra comfy recliners are just the beginning at Hoyt Cinemas. Book now at hoyts.com.au. Nothing too heavy, just light canoodling.
Yeah, just over the clothes. Margaret from Diggers Rest. Margaret, the Diggers Rest pest, what have you done?
Mine's a bit of a love thy neighbour, I think.
Ooh, great show, by the way.
No, my husband and I were, my husband now and I were neighbours, and we both were in relationships, both married with kids, and we jumped the fence and moved in together and lived 17 years later. We're still married.
Wow. So you knew each other for how long before things took a serious
7, 8 years.
And did you always think... I've always wondered, did you always think he was hot but it wasn't going to happen?
No.
Not at all. Did you used to peer over the fence and see him in the dick togs walking around the pool, Margaret? That's what we're trying to say.
His grass was greener than mine.
Very good. Hey, Margaret.
Whatever that means,
Should see a doctor in that case. Green, not natural.
Margaret, did you were you having an affair across the fence, or was it all amicable?
Oh, all amicable, of course.
Oh, of course, Margaret.
You could go on Chrissie's show, Would I Lie to You? Because I think you're lying to us, Margaret.
Can you remember the moment it went from neighbours to lovers?
Yeah, we went away to Colac for a bowling weekend. thought we could be friends.
Oh, that's so sexy.
Jesus.
Wow, I'm getting hot.
Can you say those words again? We know what
Hey, Margaret, say I went away on a bowling weekend to Colac, but say it real sexy, okay? You ready? Go.
Oh, I went away on a bowling weekend to Colac.
Yes, Margaret, that'll do it. That is great.
Margaret?
Good bowls club there.
Obviously.
Trying to...
Just knock them down.
Are you trying to find a prize?
That weekend.
That's appropriate to a lady of Margaret's vintage. And what I found is a $200 make-out meal voucher, so you and your partner can make out.
That's nice.
Restaurants like Entrecote, Mamacita, Easy Peasy and more. It's really good. Make-out meals. Well done, Margaret.
Has your relationship come from a friendship base? Jackie from Epping.
Hi, Chrissie. How you going?
Hi. Tell us about your love story.
Long-time friends since we were kids. I think I was 18 when we met, so been friends for a lot of years. I'm soon to turn 50, and we rekindled our friendship last year, and it blossomed and grew, and we are very much in love and happily together and living together. So it's been a wonderful ride.
Can you tell us the moment that you went from friends to more than that?
Well, we hadn't seen each other for a little while, so catching up and seeing each other again straight away, there was that initial spark. So, and I think we both knew, and we were pretty happy about it. I think we were both mutually excited about the prospect because we've always been good friends and gotten along so well, and had a lot of laughs, and a lot of fun. So that's continued, and I never thought I'd have that sort of love and joy at this age. So it's wonderful.
Hey, Jackie, can I ask you a personal question as if I'm just sitting in your kitchen in the Epping?
I'd love you to be sitting in my kitchen, Chrissie. I would absolutely adore it.
Well, let's just pretend that we are, and you've just made me a coffee and we're talking. You've obviously, you've obviously been alive for a while, so I'm assuming that this isn't the first person that you've been intimate with.
No, not at all.
She's had a bit of practice.
Is it different? Is it different with someone that you know so well?
Yeah, it's the walls are down straight away. Like there's no walls, and you can just be yourself from the first day, from the first moment, from the first kiss. And yeah, it's just it's amazing. It's amazing just to be your authentic self. Because
I imagine it would be a lot more intimate that way because you've got a history of knowing each other.
We've already done all the hard yards, of getting to know each other and knowing we like each other as people. And then, that next level, that next level under the onion skin is just, pretty impressive.
Jackie, did it take alcohol to really, for the first time you guys crossed the line?
Oh, look, Dino, I think, that little bit of Dutch courage helps everybody get across the line, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. A lot of us wouldn't be here without that Dutch courage.
Very true. Sometimes I miss drinking.
Certainly did with my wife.
Jackie, you're in the running for Nova's first class and 50K, but I'll also give you something cool. 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate.
That was awesome. I really enjoyed that phone.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Tuesday, day 2, back at the office. What are you going to wear?
Good question.
You did yesterday. What are you going to wear today? What still fits?
Tell you what you won't be wearing, a mask.
That's true, Sammy, and welcome to the microphone. As always, a thrill
That's
to
enough
see
about
you.
me.
Oh.
You're the story today, Christine, after a very triumphant and a broadcast last night on Channel 10 at 8:44 that I could only describe as crisp.
Thank you.
A very, very sharp broadcast.
8:44.
Yeah,
Special.
not 8:30.
No.
I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to hang shit on you for the you have a crack at me about having been paying attention, not starting on time. 28:30.
Yeah.
Any danger? Oh, guess
there
what?
was never any danger of it starting at 8:30.
Help me though, because I was wrangling the kids and I was thinking 8:30 start. So I got down there at about 9 o'clock. It wasn't too bad. I only just missed the start where Ross Noble just went bang.
Yeah, where he was building sandcastles with Rod Stewart.
I learned so much. Would I lie to you? If you don't know what I'm talking about, last night, the debut of Australia's version of Would I Lie to You?
Yeah.
Channel 10 Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very enjoyable episode. A lot of laughs. Learned a lot. Learned that Luke McGregor is very proficient at Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, that was interesting, wasn't it?
There was
Ross Noble's building sandcastles with Sir Bob, Sir Rod Stewart.
Sir Rod Stewart.
Bearing the lead, though, I tossed up this morning and said, what about the 11-year-old boy turning up to Carrie Bickmore's door? And she answered it in the nude.
And then kept on going.
He stayed there.
And then just out of the back of the office, I heard Brodie say, "Oh, I'd like to see that."
Oh, yuck, Brodie.
Hey, remember the AFL lads? I'd like to see
that.
You're unbelievable.
Brodie, I can see his face. He's thrilled that you brought that to the air as well.
And Luke McGregor also was singing a song that he serenaded a woman. Vanessa.
Isn't that a great segment? This Is where the producers track down people from very obscure stories.
And just on the reg, you were very, very good, Swanee. Very, very good in that role.
How good am I at auto-cue?
Bang!
Oh, no, you can even see there were no take twos on that.
I liked your outfit too.
Thank you.
Well done, Swanee.
We're going to play our bootleg version of Swanee's show, Would I Lie to You, later on in the show. You can win $1,000. Ask Browny's coming up. Tony Martin's coming in. And just get on the radio.
my new favourite.
For Nova's first class and 50K, you basically win a trip to anywhere in the world with 3 mates flying first class with $50,000.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Some tropical stuff.
Who wants a sense of the day?
Me.
Oh, with a bit of energy. Not like that tripe that Gardner just wheels out every just really one note. Hey.
Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate. Russia has been suspended from all FIFA and UEFA competitions as further sanctions.
What's a big Russian club, Sam?
No, I'm talking about this is actually Russia in terms of they won't be facing Poland in the World Cup playoff semi-final. Not at a club level. This is actually Russia.
In a World Cup year, too.
Yeah, there you go. FIFA and UEFA today decided that. And also the big one, the International Judo Federation has suspended Putin's status as an honorary president and ambassador. So these are the big ones. They're all just making a stand. You've decided you're not going to watch Rocky IV for at least 3 weeks, so that's impressive.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'm not eating borscht.
Whoa.
There you go. Jesus, I can't believe it's still... Anyway, good. You watching the war during the day?
Yeah, me and Jack are building that Ghostbusters car that's been hanging over our head for a few weeks, and we have the TV on at the moment. Because he's fascinated by it.
Say that
as well.
again. You're building a Ghostbusters car. What?
A Lego Ghostbusters car. And so we've got the war on in the background.
Percentage-wise?
Really? I don't...
Just educating the young fella.
How finished is the Ghostbusters car percentage-wise?
There's a lot of bags. Like, I'm probably 25%.
Oh my God.
But it's a good build because, my little man, he's got a bit of an engineer's brain, so you got to get the difficult ones for him.
Well, I think the war will have a second season, so you'll be able to watch it and finish the Ghostbusters Lego.
Jack Charles wants me to mention this. 2 mice and a green frog have been spotted clinging to a brown snake during the floods up north. That's on...
It's unbelievable.
Did you write that? Is that a joke?
No, 2 mice and a green... Mate, it's a virus. This clip's a virus, by the way. It's gone viral.
Swanee, the snake's not even killing them. It's like he's just helping his brethren.
Just in case you didn't realize.
Sounds like a Bible story.
Yeah.
He's helping his brethren.
2 mice and a green frog spotted clinging to a brown snake during the floods. They're all in it together.
I love that.
The clip was...
That's heartwarming,
Brown
Sam.
snakes don't hunt other... I'm sure they hunt...
Don't spoil
Not
it.
other snakes.
Don't ruin it, man.
What is it, a frog and a...
2 mice.
2 mice.
I feel like,
they go for the mice.
They want to kill
Absolutely.
it.
Well, by the way, the 2 mice and the green frog may think they're getting a lift. All they're doing is being stored for a later date.
Yes.
Don't you think?
I agree.
We just got a note saying brown snakes eat frogs and mice all the time.
Beautiful.
So this snake is friendly.
I'll say the opposite of what you just said.
I know they eat mice.
No,
forgot about the other
but
one.
do you think that the frog and the mice were saying, where are we going, where are we going? The snake's like, don't worry about it.
Exactly. I got this.
I'm taking you
I'll
to
take
higher
care of you.
ground.
You guys want to ride? Yes, we do.
Come on, jump on my back. I want to take you home.
Anyway, that clip's on TikTok, so you can play it on TikTok. All right. So
I feel like it's ended badly.
No.
Also, just say TikTok again, Sam.
what? If you play TikTok, you can see that. You can see it on that.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Play it.
Yeah. It's a frog and 2 mice on a snake. Brisbane Lions are out of they're going to leave Queensland to their training bases metres underwater, Brownie.
Yes, the Gabba used to get flooded a bit.
How long does it take for floodwaters to subside? Is it quick?
Depends on the rain. The problem is the king tide today up there, so the rain needs to subside first and then probably a few days. Yeah, it takes a while to go down.
The SAG Awards were on yesterday. Any interest?
Well, yes, because of an iconic duo reunion.
Who was that?
Romy and Michelle, Mira Sorvino and Lisa Kudrow, 25
did they
years
get
ago.
back together?
Yeah,
did they?
yeah.
That's not one. That wasn't one of mine. No Aussies really taking away any SAG Awards. But
every time that someone says SAG Awards, I just see an image of my own boobs.
Oh.
I do not. Selena Gomez was the story for me, John.
Was she?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because you're a Gomez man. Banger.
What a song.
What a song.
She went barefoot. She sauntered onto the stage barefoot to present an award.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Respect that.
I don't think you need shoes.
You're a Carey man today, Mariah Carey with that T-shirt.
Thank you very much. I should get a Gomez T-shirt.
You should.
Because I am pro Gomez.
You are.
Hey, you know that big...
Because I just want to... Some would say you are Pro-Mez.
Yes.
What you are on.
Selena
I thought
Schroeder.
you'd be tired after what I lied to you last night, but you've come in fresh.
Thank you.
Hey, you know that big bear over in the Lake Tahoe region that keeps breaking into people's houses?
What's his name again?
Hank the Tank.
The Tank. I
I
love
thought
that.
it was Jason Dunstall.
Chief.
I mean, where is Chief?
Definitely sleeping. 100% chance of still asleep.
Next to multiple.
So he's been breaking into homes, right? And so wildlife. He's been they've received 150 calls in the last 6 months about Hank the Tank, a 227-kilogram black bear with a raging appetite for human food who just goes into people's houses. So it's terrifying. So he was
I just love him though. I just love a vagabond like that, a maverick.
But he was becoming a bit of a problem.
A menace.
So he was in a bit of danger. That's him now.
Tino.
Wow. Well, that's good work from Vic to get Hank the Tank on the phone.
Vic.
I wonder if he's got bad breath.
Absolutely.
Guess
I
what?
reckon. What?
He was, like I said, he was in trouble. But the officials have worked out the DNA samples have now linked 2 other bears to the crime. So this means officials will no longer be seeking to put him down. Like he was looking like he was just going to be a patsy.
He's copping the blood.
But it's a conspiracy. There's others involved. So
There's
he's
others.
Yes.
He's framed.
When you have a bear forcibly crashing its way through a garage door or ripping open a front door with people inside, it's brazen and unusual, and we had to take care of it. But local police have said they've been inundated with emergency calls about it's not just Hank.
No.
So Hank lives to fight another day.
Pond. Whoa, that was weird.
I don't know what that was.
Don't know.
Last one, Nathan Buckley admits Adam Treloar is still yet to speak with him after their turbulent trade exit. Brownie.
Who would have this story?
Still not taking calls.
Last year, at the start of the year, Swanee, Adam Treloar was given the flick from Collingwood because of a salary cap problem.
Yeah.
And his coach at the time, Nathan Buckley, they haven't spoken since. Imagine if we had a current footy pundit on the show to just speak to what's going on there.
Do, Brodie?
No, you, Brownie. What have you got? Anything?
Well, apart from what Buck said yesterday he's reached out several times and Ads, as he likes to call him, Ads, Adam Treloar, hasn't reciprocated.
We can all read what Buck said, mate.
Well, what else?
You know.
What else have I got to say? Mate, you got to be
Your
able to...
opinion.
It takes 2 parties to get together.
Why do you think that Ads isn't returning calls?
Because he wasn't happy with the exit, the way it was handled and the way it was sold. And I think that they threw his partner into the mix, Collingwood.
And he's not ready to forgive.
So, and said, maybe, it might be best that your partner was playing for the Queensland Firebirds. It might be best that, make it easier if you move up there and play. So they tried to trade him to the Gold Coast Suns. So that was the narrative that was getting portrayed. And I don't think Ads was that happy with that narrative.
That's fun.
Which is rightly so.
I was going to say, are you saying that the Collingwood Football Club handled it disgracefully?
Whoa!
I didn't say disgracefully, but they didn't handle it as well as they should have. Yeah, it was pretty poorly handled.
That's a little wave.
Half wave?
Anyway, that's it. That's a sensible
Even
thing.
Bucks would say that. Yeah.
Well, you said it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sam, I don't know how else I can wrap it up for you.
All right, don't get upset at me. Don't get upset. But I'm just saying this year, you have to start saying things and not just reading what the article says in the paper.
Okay, no worries.
Call now for Ask Brownie. We're doing it next. We've got lots.
It's got a sponsor too.
What?
Yes.
No.
Mate, I'm telling you.
Sexyland?
No, the Trade Institute of Victoria.
All right, we're doing it
fabulous.
next.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
One man, many questions.
I want to know why cyclists don't pay registration.
Why do some banks charge you for insufficient funds when they know there's not sufficient funds?
I was just wondering who you have tipped to win the grand final this year.
Have all the answers.
I run on my face.
Ask Brownie.
Great questions, great answers. It's Ask Brownie. Not yet sponsored by the Trade Institute Victoria, but it's going to happen.
They're under a fair bit of pressure, though. Young Kano, get to work. Had a few beers.
The triumphant punch in the air of it's got a sponsor, and then in our ears, FYI, sponsor hasn't come on board.
Yeah. They will now. They can't resist it.
How many plugs they had in the last 5 minutes?
Danielle from Tarneet. Danielle.
Morning.
Give us your question for Brownie.
My question for Brownie is, would you prefer BO, smelling BO, or bad breath?
That's a great question.
It's a great question.
Obviously, you prefer neither, but I've got to have a choice, and it's absolutely BO.
Yes.
Swanee will back me up. She knows that it's my pet hate.
I hate both.
But BO,
Yes.
Well, you'd rather smell bad breath than BO.
Yeah.
Really?
I've just got this thing about, I don't know whether it's from growing up. Dad had always put the aftershave on, pop bizzer, and so I always had this thing about you always got to smell nice.
You do, and you have always. I mean, I've seen you almost every day for the last 7 years, and you always smell amazing.
I get a bit funny when I'm not sure, you might have worn a T-shirt the day before, that you might have only worn it for an hour or two, and just for some reason...
It's a real thing with you,
it's
absolutely.
a thing with me, absolutely.
But bad breath is just body odour of the mouth.
Oh, yes, Sam.
Good on you, Sam.
Yes.
Well said.
I'm just saying, they're both bad.
She's asking for a choice, though, Sam. So I'm giving Danielle a choice.
So you
prefer neither.
You like bad breath.
I clarified prefer neither. Your ear's painted on. I'll knock your front teeth out.
Sam.
Yes.
Oh, so you like bad breath, do you?
You want to knock my teeth out so that you can smell my bad breath, do you?
Yes,
You've got a fetish over there. Something wrong with you.
Danielle.
You've got a if he's got a fetish, you've got a death wish today, Sam.
Yes.
A death wish.
There's a mild sense of peril in this.
Yeah,
video.
there is a mild sense of peril.
There you go, Danielle. I know the others in this studio smell nice as well, including Sam, who's got an aftershave that he loves. He doesn't like to be...
Tracy from Elston Wick. Let's go. What else have we got?
Tracy.
Come on, Trace. How are you?
Good. Brownie, my question to you is, how do I get my teenage daughter to clean her bedroom?
Cut her out of the wheel, Trace. Elston Wick prices have been pretty good, haven't they, lately?
So true.
Jeez, it's a tough one, isn't it? I know Kyle's has got I'm not home in the mornings. Kyle's has got a bit of a jobs board. And they get $1 a week. They get $1 a day at the end of the week to spend at the lolly shop. No. It's a teenage daughter. I don't think that's going to go down as well.
What have you tried, Tracy?
Well, I have tried. I've threatened. I've suggested. You tell me a time, and then I'll leave you alone, and nothing works.
Tracy, can I give you my advice?
Sure, Chrissie.
Let it go and never talk about it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Just don't go in the room.
Who cares?
Yeah, maybe.
Who cares? How old is she?
16.
Mate, she's going to be out on her own in 4 years or something, and then it's her problem. Nothing to do with you. Let it go.
Wait it out then, Trace.
Absolutely.
Wait it out.
Yeah.
Wait it out. Okay.
Let it go.
Get on
Let
the
it go.
drink.
Never even think about it again.
I'll try.
Clothes on the front lawn.
Good.
I think she's going to run out of clothes.
Yeah. Trace, you could win Nova's first class and 50k. Just a reminder, it's 4 first class tickets to anywhere you choose with 50k. Simon.
Morning, guys. Love your work.
G'day, Simon. How are you, mate?
Good, Brownie. Just wondering, if a poison expires, is it still poisonous?
Off poison.
Simon, that is good. Or is it, in fact, more poisonous?
Yes. It's a very good question. And I've had a lot of experience with poisons. We're out on the land and all that. Because a lot of old poisons, when you go through the back of the shelf and you realise these things are about 3 years overdue,
yeah,
they do lose effectiveness over time.
But they're still poisonous.
They're still poisonous. They just lessen their effect. So they want to keep them to a certain strength, a certain level of strength that they sell them as. And then after that point in time, which is the expiry date, from that point on is a rough guess that from then on they roughly lose effectiveness.
We're impressed. Simon, are you impressed?
I'm very impressed. He does well. He knows his stuff.
Do you reckon that segment is enough to get our new sponsor across the line?
Oh, 100%.
Hey, what about the poison I gave you for that quadrangle?
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Good poison.
I've got to give you that pump back.
That's all right.
Yeah, right. We're on air.
Oh, yeah.
Nova. Chrissie Swan, Sam Pang and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissie's Celebrity Star.
Jason Momoa and wife Lisa Bonet are working on their marriage again.
Thank God.
That's nice. Just like Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor, they've gotten back together as well. They, back in January, the couple announced their divorce in a since-deleted Instagram post, but a source has confirmed the pair are now living together again and working on repairing their marriage. They're very much together. And, the sources are never wrong.
It's good. He was living in his motorhome, wasn't he?
He was. It was a very fancy one, though. $750,000 RV.
I was going to say, you've got him in a shack down by the river or something, mate. It's a pretty good place.
You've got him in the annex at, a caravan park in Footscray. But no, that is not what is
outside
occurring.
of Colac.
It's a shame. Those two, by the way, they did enough time together. They gave it a go. 16 years. Move on.
Yeah, 16 years and 2 kids. So that's nice, isn't it?
That's what I'm going to do.
The couple met in a New York jazz club through mutual friends in 2005. I wonder if he had his premiership medallion around his neck on that evening, just like you did.
Well, I'm sure he did.
Oh, and now we've got to give away Vera Blue tickets. Vera Blue is an amazing singer and songwriter, and she's in a very exclusive Nova's Red Room. Presented by PayPal, Pay in 4. Sienna from Boronia, you are going.
Thank you so much.
This will be amazing. Have you seen any live music since all the lockdowns and stuff?
Actually haven't.
This is going to be
good.
amazing. Yes, intimate, wonderful.
It's going to be fun. $200 to spend towards a brand new outfit, friend, as well. How good's that?
Oh, thank you so much.
Suzanne's will have a great range, probably.
Yeah, they do. They do, actually.
Shop the runway with PayPal. Pay for style now, pay later with no interest or late fees. T's and C's apply. See PayPal.
The denim jacket I wore yesterday was Suzanne's.
Yes.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Mike Goldstein, a comedian who you can see on The 100 with Andy Lee, 9 p.m. tonight on Channel 9. Or check him out at the Melbourne Comedy Festival with his show Still Got It, mid-April at the Coopers Inn. Here's Goldstein.
Hey, welcome, Mike.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
There's been a bit of a theme going on the show today, talking about the way people have met friends and lovers. Jason Momoa met Lisa Bonet in a jazz club.
Brownie,
Brownie?
Where'd you meet? Tell Mike where you met Kylie.
Crown Casino.
Oh,
after a premiership.
I was wearing my jumper and a premiership medallion, Mike. So,
you have it on right now too. Yeah.
You met
just
Andy.
help the looks a bit,
Yeah.
You met Andy Lee, your co-host essentially,
And lover.
and lover. Yes, on the 100 after trolling him.
Yeah, so during the kickoff of the lockdowns and everything, he did one of those challenges where you hit a tennis ball over your house, run to the other side, and try
yes,
to
I saw that.
That's unreal.
Yeah, and he put that up on Twitter, and I retweeted it saying, a good challenge for everyone you can do, hit a tennis ball over your beachside mansion and catch it before falling into your infinity pool. And the tweet went well for me.
Did you not know him?
I didn't know him at all.
Whoa.
Never met the guy. So
he would have appreciated that.
I think so. And then so the guy I do the podcast with, Nick Capper, got him on the podcast hoping there would be beef, but we hit it off. So the lesson is troll celebrities on Twitter.
That was a really good tweet. You've got to be proud of that.
Oh yeah, I was pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
And then so what,
your beachside mansion
into
and catch it before it goes into your infinity pool. I remember seeing the video and I thought the same thing, but I don't know when you're
How many takes did it take?
Oh, many.
Geez, it must have been.
It's a big house.
First take, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot of surface. He had a clear, a huge path
it was
to get
impressive.
to the infinity pool.
Even though it's completely unrelatable to most people.
Oh, totally.
You had to appreciate the effort.
And then less than 2 years later, you're doing a television show with him. The
That's
100.
right. Yeah. So right now I'm trying to troll Hamish to get on Lego Masters. And I'll do Chrissie to get on Would I Lie to You?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, did you watch it last night?
Of course. I did not. That's a lie. Did I lie or was that not a lie?
There you go.
It was good. It was good. I wasn't embarrassed, which was a really nice outcome.
I know, it's hard to watch these things without cringing so hard you crack a rib, I don't know. I got to get past the shame side of things.
Now, you know that one of my superpowers is advice, and you need some advice.
Okay, here we go.
About a gift for your partner because you mucked up at Christmas.
Yeah, she's still angry about Christmas. She hates Funko Pops. Do you know those little dolls with the small bodies?
Pop vinyls.
Pop vinyls.
Yeah.
Are these the ones that you brought in last week for me with
Yes.
Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa?
Yes.
Yeah.
She hates them.
She hates them. She let it be known in the past she hates these things with a passion. So for Christmas, I thought it would be funny to buy her multiple Funko Pops and put them in different size boxes.
That's great.
Wrap them up, put them under the tree.
I think that's funny. funny.
She opens them one by one.
She's angry.
Gets angrier and angrier.
She's angry.
Yeah, and I'm, now we got a shit ton of Funko Pops.
It could be worse, though. A teammate of mine, for his wife's 30th, not his wife, his girlfriend at the time's 30th, bought her a gym membership.
Oh.
And that resulted in the wedding getting cancelled about 3 months later.
Mine's the same every year.
That's a great present.
I know. I sort of...
An 8x10.
Yeah.
8x10 signed of myself.
Oh, that's nice.
I just think it's nice.
Glossy, too.
How was the rest of Christmas Day?
Look, she was quietly fuming, and I was setting up the Funko Pops around the apartment, strategically, so she couldn't avoid
And
them.
her birthday's coming up. Are you tempted to do it again?
Yes.
I would be so tempted
I know.
to revisit the exact same thing.
I know she also hates horror movies, so I'm thinking of getting the Funko Pops like Little Jason.
Yeah, there's a Chucky one.
There's a Chucky one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
double
temptation-
down.
Yeah. But what would your advice be? I don't know. She's turning 30,
and it's a significant birthday.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I'm thinking Funko Pops. Yeah, definitely the horror themed Funko Pops.
Brownie? How long have you been going out for?
Almost 10 years.
Oh, I know. You're under pressure now.
Yeah.
What about a gym membership?
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty
Sure,
good.
get rid of it.
If you want to really make her day,
Signed photo of Sam
a signed
Pang?
photo of Sam Pang.
Yeah.
How do you reckon that'd go?
She wouldn't know who you were.
Damn. What about a vacuum cleaner? That's guaranteed singlehood from here on
Dino,
in.
this is your expertise. You know what I mean? Any thoughts?
Go to the body shop, $20 gift voucher. Boom.
Yeah, she can get a loofah and some dewberry bubble bath.
I love all this, like
You writing this down?
Yeah, gym membership is good. The loofah, let her know she smells bad, all the rest.
What about a scooter? Dino's got one of these electrical scooters to go around the city.
Goldstein, these things are actually awesome.
Because you can just bring them home with you?
No, I've got a private one.
Oh.
I bought one.
No one.
That's a weird flex. Okay, weird flex, but
not one of the e-scooters.
I thought he was talking about an e-scooter.
No, but they look dumb, but they're actually magnificent.
Right.
You get a good one for $900.
Right. Do you wear a helmet when you ride around?
Absolutely. This is how I make money.
That's cool.
A suggestion.
Can I ask you this before you go? What's the biggest revelation you found or discovered on the 100? Because it's about statistics and the population. What's the big one for you?
Oh, the big one. One that comes to mind is we did 22% of people think what is worse than cheating in a relationship, and it's actually buying Funko Pops. No, it's not. But they said it was lying about money. So lying about money, they think
worse than cheating.
Worse than cheating.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's huge.
The 100 with Andy Lee, 9 p.m. tonight on Channel 9. Also, though, what's your comedy festival show?
Yeah.
Comedy festival show still got it. That's not in reference to herpes or
Funko Pops.
or Funko Pops. Yeah.
Giving them away.
Yeah, so that'll be from April 12th at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Yeah, come along.
Do you know what are you at the town hall?
No, Cooper's in.
Even better.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
I love you, man.
Find it if you can.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Morning, gang. Chrissie,
Sorry,
Sam.
I thought that was just a statement.
Hey, I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing my craft over here.
All right.
It's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Does it annoy you when hot cross buns are rammed down in your face too early?
13, 24, 10.
I'm hoping to be consensual.
Every January, social media explodes with cranky people going, Christmas is just finished and now there's hot cross buns in my supermarket. And I have never understood the rage.
It's a weird thing to get angry at.
People get properly angry. I think it's wonderful. It reminds you that there's going to be chocolate eggs and Easter coming. Fair enough, it's a long way away. It's like 4 months from Christmas. But what's wrong with a fruity bun sold in a 6-pack that you can take home and put in the oven and have butter on? What is it about that inspires so much rage? I've always wanted to know.
Was it always a fruity bun?
Always a fruity bun. Always a fruity bun with the cross on the top.
I didn't realise. Never thought there was fruit in them. The original ones.
Well, here you go. There's Coles has just dropped in. This is not a plug, by the way. But this is just what reminded me. It absolutely isn't. You can get jalapeno and cheese hot cross buns.
Okay, you have me now.
Really?
Look at this.
Anyway, Brodie's very badly heated them up.
Are they starting earlier every year, though? Because hot cross buns were really exclusively for March and April.
Yes, usually, yes.
But now it starts in
It
mid-January.
absolutely is early, but I have no problem with that.
Swanee?
Yes.
You know, we've known each other a while now.
Yes.
Do you think that I'm a hot cross bun man?
You are not a hot cross bun man.
Why do you say that?
Too bready.
No brittle guts over there.
Yeah.
Too
Too bready. You may go against type and have a super fancy one, but generally not.
What's a super fancy?
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, you can get sourdough, amazing ones from Philippa's and all sorts of places.
Chocolate
I want to talk to Anne from Mount Martha. You absolutely hate hot cross buns being in the supermarkets in January.
I do. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
Why?
Because I work in event promotion and there are so many things going on before Easter. There's all the big back-to-school displays. You'd be part of that with your kids, Chrissie.
Yes.
All the LCMs and Maggi noodles and everything that's set up for that.
Yes.
There's no space. There's hot cross buns everywhere. Where do we set up these displays? Valentine's Day. Where do the Valentine's cards go? I hate them.
Last time I was in a supermarket, there seemed to be plenty of room. No? Aren't they big places?
Not when you hog them up with hot cross buns and Easter eggs in December.
I love your passion, Anne.
Yes.
Upset
Go,
her.
Anne. You've almost convinced me, Anne.
Really?
Wow.
But Anne, at the right time, do you like a hot cross bun?
Only if you toast them. I'm not a fan of fruit in buns.
Well, there's a takeaway for this morning.
I've always wanted to know, and Anne has clarified
Swanee,
for me. Yeah.
From a consumer perspective,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting tricked too early.
Do you? Why?
They're baiting me. I don't need them in my life just yet. Jesus.
But why not?
Why aren't they all
Because
an all year?
I've got handles.
They're good for kids' lunchboxes.
Why aren't they an all year round thing, by the way?
Why aren't they? I agree. They should be. Although they've got the cross on the top, which is the religious part.
yeah.
Which, yeah. Jay from Greensboro, talk to me about hot cross buns in supermarkets.
I can't stand them, eh?
So does it feel when you walk into Coles or Woolies and the first thing you see in January after you've just put the Christmas tree away, a 6-pack of hot cross buns, do you feel rage? Do you feel fury? What do you feel?
It infuriates me, but as soon as Easter's finished, I'll go buy a slab of them and freeze them because they go cheap and then I'm actually in the mood for it.
Jay, you are a very confusing man and
Jay,
I love it.
Do you get the munchies a bit, Jay?
Yeah, sort of, but I'm the kind of guy that does Valentine's Day the day after, so all the chocolates are on sale. And
So you're cheap.
Yeah.
I can be, yeah.
Yeah, I can be.
In fairness to Jay,
Yeah.
they're quite expensive. For really, they're a glorified loaf of bread.
Yes, that's true. But they do have the fruit in them.
Yeah, but they've got fruit in them, though, Brandon.
And these
Not-
ones have got
not everyone's
jalapeno and
got fruit in them.
cheese. Wowzers. All right, I just really was curious to talk to people that hated hot cross buns. I think they should be there all the time. And I'm excited to see them.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Hey, Melbourne, welcome to your Tuesday, 1st of March. Pinch and punch for the first of the month. Woo. Shrove Tuesday. Make sure that you get to Pancake Parlour for a short stack. Maple.
Are you
Whipped
going to say
butter.
this is not an ad either?
This is not an ad.
Really?
It's not an ad.
Hey.
$5, short stack.
Well done on Would I Lie to You. Well done on Would I Lie to You last
Thank you, Sam.
I watched it. We all watched it. Because, you imagine just coming in here and not having watched it.
Yes, I know. That would be fine as well. I wouldn't mind.
If people missed it, it's on 10 Play.
It is on 10 Play and you can watch it. And it will be repeated through the week. It's really fun.
Ross Noble, Luke McGregor.
Carrie
hilarious.
Bickmore, Zoe Coombs-Marr, all fantastic. Chris Taylor and Frank Woodley were brilliant as usual. I was very proud of it.
You were brilliant too, Swanee.
And my
Well
son...
done.
Well done, Swanee, well done.
Thank you. When we were sitting down to watch it, Leo goes, "Oh my God, you're in the middle." Didn't realise that I was the host of the show.
Nothing gets past that point, is it?
I know. Genius.
Coming
Gifted.
up next.
Gifted.
I'm told that Tony Martin is somewhere in the building, which is pretty exciting.
Where could he be?
Who knows? I don't know.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Melbourne, good morning. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. I've got a new theme song for our next guest.
You do, because every Tuesday, the one and only Tony Martin joins us.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
The film clip for this features many local comedians and Australian legends, but you do the most convincing kitten need. Yeah.
Well,
I can tell you're a cat person.
That is Oliver Clark, who's
great.
musician, sort of a man about town.
Swanee met him for the first time last week, Tom.
Has he been on the show?
No, I'd never met him, and then he came on last week.
He's in Melbourne. He's always got a purple suit on. He's beloved by everyone in Melbourne.
Making
comedy.
Muffins is one of the great songs.
That's going to be stuck in your head all day.
We all had to. It was a whole bunch of us. Celia Piccola. We all had to go to Oliver's flat, dress in a cat costume, and then mime knee. You know, when a cat does the massaging.
The kneading.
And we're just standing in his front room, and he's got a green screen in his lounge room, but we're just standing there filming that, and other people who live in his block of flats are just walking past, going, "What is going on in there?
So
What is
funny.
someone dressed as a cat?"
Great story. What have you been up to, T. Martin?
I'm trying to think what's been going on. Well, obviously my walking project, now into year 14, girlfriend and myself attempting to walk every street in Melbourne. We have completed Essendon. We've advanced into Strathmore. Actually met at the border by tanks. We were told it's our sovereign right to go into Strathmore. Don't try and hold us back. But,
Have you thought about what's going to happen when you've walked every street? Is the relationship over?
Well, that's it. It's just our time to move on.
At that point, you just look at each other and you go, well, that's it then.
Go to Adelaide.
It's not going to happen because we've worked out, because we've now done a quarter of Melbourne.
Whoa!
And you're going, well, that's going to have to...
We're
going to be finishing it in wheelchairs at aged 120 is what I'm trying to
Before
say.
you get in the chair, you'll be slowing right down towards the end, won't you? You'll be doing about a block and a half in.
You were a step counter.
And well, no, we just go. I don't know how, because Chrissie, you say you do 8 kilometres a day,
10, 12,
10, wow.
14.
Have you ever walked together?
No, we haven't. We must.
I would like to do that because then we would get into the Daily Mail.
Oh, God.
Yes. Swanee's new lover, Tony Martin.
Anyone who goes for a walk with Chrissie Swan ends up in the Daily Mail.
As her new lover.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad and
been
intrusive?
It is sad and intrusive.
Not
and
if it's true.
I think it is helping to distract from your old Daily Mail story, Too Posh to Push.
Oh, my God, no. I think there's a fresh one coming because on Thursday I was walking. I had 2 bags of shopping from that same fruit and veg
What?
shop.
You weren't carrying them, were you?
I was carrying those, but behind me was my boy with a box, walking it to my car, and I just thought, oh, God.
Too posh again.
Again, too posh to push.
Well,
Which I am, by the way.
I know you are.
In everything.
Yeah.
I've got the newspaper in front of me, and I'm seeing that avocado is the new cocaine. Have you seen this?
No.
That Mexico's ultraviolet cocaine cartels are muscling in on the avocado business as their other revenue streams dry up. Avocado, the new cocaine. Footage has already surfaced of Andrew O'Keefe trying to force one up his nose. What else is going on?
That's big. The cartels are into avocados, and then last week, they're doing limes as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Got a couple of lime
You
the
grow
new series
avocado.
of Narcos Mexico is going to be interesting.
Magnificent.
Well, Delgado over in WA, they make an absolute fortune. They corner the market, don't they? Because they're the only sort of supply that comes out of season.
Barons.
Yeah. So you know so much about that sort of stuff.
We've had the person on. Haven't we, Dean?
We actually did.
We had the person on the head of Delgado.
It's a big day for us, Tone.
I know that, of course, I'm sure the listeners are aware that Brownie runs a pet shop in Warrnambool.
Yeah, I do, Tone. You've been past it.
Avocado's obviously a big deal. Scratching posts. What is the scratching post situation like in retail? Is there a battle between you and other heads of, say, Pets Wonderland?
They're very expensive, scratching posts.
Very expensive. Scratching towers.
Yeah.
Entire scratching apartment blocks you can get now. It's about $500.
You can. And how long is it between shop? No offence, Jonathan Brown. Between shop and hard rubbish collection. That and broken banana lounges are the most popular things, and cane chairs, cane furniture. The 3 most popular things on hard rubbish collection.
They certainly are. Another big news.
Pet stocks, of course, Tone's driven past it down there in Warrnambool, and Dave O'Neill's done 3 gigs there.
Yeah, it comes cheap, Tone.
That's right. The government, the Victorian government, are offering a $100 million voucher to lure people back into the city. I'd like this. How do I get one of these $100 million vouchers? How can they afford that? How many do they have?
That's a lot of artisanal tacos.
Are you going to go back into the city, Tone?
I think I'll go back into the city. I'm trying to think what's in there. What's left?
Dino's there.
Come over, man.
It's very much like Auckland on a Sunday afternoon at the moment. Dino's in there.
Yeah.
You're one of those people that lives in the city.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the few, we've got a weird little community.
Is it coming
it's
back?
lovely. It's absolutely back.
Is it like, I'm told it's, you've got a penthouse apartment, a sort of Scarface bath, that's what I'm told.
Yes. And I'll tell you where the key's hidden, and you can just come in Kramer style anytime you want.
All right.
Got some interesting people living in your apartment block too.
Yeah.
Including a certain professional.
Yes, that's
Works
true,
late,
Jonathan.
Late nights.
Pretty sure yours is it's easy to find. It's the one with the pair of runners hanging on the power line out the front, huh?
Ricky Nixon's always there. I'm
Chicken's
told.
always over. He's a great yarn. Don't move.
I'm not moving.
All right.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Our mate Tony Muffins Martin.
Yes. Have you guys mentioned I think he's been described as a murderer in the press, Graham Potter?
Yes. He has been.
got
The
dorsed,
man that was caught up in Cairns, or outside of Cairns.
Returned to Melbourne.
Australia's most wanted fugitive.
That's right. And it said in the paper that he'd run out of disguises. That's why he was caught. I'm going, did he really do all of them? Did he have a crack at Mrs. Doubtfire? Because obviously
that's the best one.
That's the end of the run, isn't it? What else? I've mentioned Andrew O'Keefe before. Obviously, he's
spiralled out of control.
Spiralled out of control, that's true. Do you remember when he started on TV? Do you remember what his first thing was?
I actually don't.
He was on a sketch comedy show called Big Bite on Channel 7. It had Chris Lilly in it. It had Kate McCartney in it.
Oh, wow.
And
We're sure it was Chris Lilly or was it Graham Potter? How do we know with all these disguises?
When is Graham Potter's disturbing sketch series we're getting?
He's really quick, Andrew O'Keefe.
Yeah.
I think you mean Graham Potter. I'm like, yes, he is.
Yeah, very
He's
quick.
evaded authorities for a very long time.
But Andrew O'Keefe was on that show because he
he started as a
comedy guy.
Right.
Ed Cavalier was in a theatre sports team with him
Okay, all
years
right.
ago. But he was on that show because he sort of looked like Eddie Maguire. So they got him to do parodies of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And then bizarrely, a few years later, he was on opposite Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
He's Eddie's rival.
Doing a game show.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't know that at all.
It's sort of as if I had been doing bar jars for years and then had joined the police force and put on a lot of weight. Sort of like that. What else did I hear on the way in? You were talking about movies. No. Well, firstly, Brownie, what are you building with your...
Young Jack, my 9-year-old boy, he's building the Ghostbusters car.
Out of Lego,
which is incredibly challenging.
Yes.
And he's a bit of a gun, so I just support him. And pretty much my job is I just get the pieces for him, and he just puts them
Has
together.
he seen the movie?
Yes, he has. I took him to Christmas. It's actually very good.
Does
And
he-
the original cast make the appearance at the end.
Does he love Ray Parker Jr.?
He's a big fan of
In
Ray.
a neighborhood.
That's right.
Who you gonna call?
What a song.
The kids just didn't appreciate the significance of Aykroyd and Bill Murray making an appeance.
Who are those
Sort
old
of got
guys?
excited, but yeah.
My kids did.
Yeah.
Did they? Yeah.
Yep, they knew it.
And now, is this like a kit? Or are you just building it from observation, or is this...
No, it's Lego technique.
Yeah,
Very
right.
complicated. It's amazing where Lego's gone now.
Yeah, see,
So
when
it's a
I
lot
was
of
a
pieces.
kid, did anyone else have to build something out of Lego they'd seen in a film?
No.
Because I did do that in the late 70s when Lego was much less sophisticated.
Yes.
And I attempted to make the underwater car from the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. And
Whoa.
it just looked like
How did that go?
terrible. It was almost as bad as when my grandmother attempted to knit me a Batman costume. I've mentioned that before.
Oh,
You have
no.
not, by the way. You have not mentioned that.
The Dark Knight, it doesn't really work with a pom-pom on
Oh, no,
Loses its
Tony.
impact.
Yeah,
Is there any photos of it? I
there
would
is-
love to see it.
Thankfully, I don't think there were even cameras in those days.
Not a box brownie.
There was no one standing there with a sheet over their head going...
That's a good effort, though.
Yeah.
Batman suit knitted.
Yeah.
That's a big job. How
big
long did
project.
it take her?
Oh, it went for months, and it was, terrible. There was a utility belt with like pens sewn into it.
Oh, that's amazing.
A jaunty
So
scarf
cute.
is no substitute for a scary cape.
She really loved you. Speaking of love,
There's a lesson for life.
we were talking earlier about couples getting back together.
Yes.
Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor got back together.
That's right. Now, do you think they broke up because of Zoolander 2? Could it have been because
Without
of
a
that?
question.
Probably.
Here's why I've never seen Zoolander 2 because
neither have
I've
I.
heard it is so bad. My fear is it will put me off Zoolander 1 because that happened to me with Anchorman. I used to love Anchorman. Then Anchorman 2 came out so bad I can't even watch the original anymore. You know when the sequel... did that happen
How
with
do they not
Cannonball
know,
Run 2?
Tone?
What?
How do they not know that it's so bad at the time? I don't know. And then they just...
No.
Good question.
And by the way, Cannonball Run 2 did not ruin Cannonball Run for me.
Nothing could.
I know what you're saying because I found out recently there was a Hangover 3.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I've thought about this as well, and then I've also realised when these actors sign for Hangover, unless they're really in a position of power,
yes,
their contract is for the producers have rights over them for sequels. So if it's a success, they're forced to go in. They're forced for the sequels 2 and 3 and all that. If they signed that contract,
But you'd think that the producers also would know.
Christine, money. They get the money.
That's true.
There are some exceptions. Terminator 2
that was
amazing.
a good one. Yeah,
By the two.
That's
And Aliens. Aliens is excellent
That was
as
good.
well.
But it can go badly. I do think that Police Academy 6 Mission to Moscow did spoil Police Academy 5 back in training for me.
What about? And then that one
Sorry.
spoiled number 4, I think, Simon Miami Beach. No.
What was
What
number
about
5
Mission to
again?
Moscow?
Wait, I just want to hear us
I
say
think
it
it
again.
was. I could have this wrong. Nerds will be screaming at their radios. I think it was back in training. Was it not? Was that number 5?
And then 6 was...
I think it was Mission to Moscow.
Oh, that was
Obviously,
7.
a slightly disturbing film to watch now.
One of them was Assignment Miami Beach. I don't know what number though.
Yeah, that was 4. I
Citizens on Patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all there.
Space? Ever go to Space Police Academy? Sure.
No, that's Fast and
think. Fast
Furious.
Furious 9. Mate, Jack wanted to watch that again the other day. I said, mate, I'm not watching that again. I said, they've jumped the shark.
Yeah.
I asked Brownie
They've
when
ended up in
past.
space.
In a
car.
sedan. A
In
sedan.
That's right. How does your kid go with the timeline of Fast and the Furious? It's very confusing because I had never seen them, never seen a single one, and then they were all on Netflix. And it said expires in 3 weeks, and we went, right, let's just race against time. Let's watch all of them. Gosh. And of course, if you watch them in order, it's insanity.
It is. It jumps all over the place.
The third one technically occurs after the 7th one.
Yeah.
And so you're going, well, hang on.
Oh,
the
it's a
7th
Star
one-
Wars vibe.
The 7th one is set in 2016, so that means
Tokyo Drift.
the third one, Tokyo Drift, must be set around 2017, but they're all using flip phones. It does your head in.
It does.
When these boys, they were a bit flat after. Was it number 9? Was it 9?
9.
Yeah, I said, what do you mean? What was the problem? They said, when Vin Diesel's driving a car in space, even that was enough. for
Yeah,
you
that's
guys,
ridiculous.
wasn't
Which movie franchises had the most sequels?
Most sequels.
Geez, that'd go close.
Well,
Fast and the Furious.
it? I had the Carry On movies too.
My personal favourite's Carry On Up the Khyber.
How do you explain Carry On, let alone Carry On Up the Khyber?
Brown, have you ever heard of the Carry On movies?
Carry On movies?
No, I don't know.
It was a very sort of raunchy comedies.
Lots of big juicy boobs.
There was boobs, and there was one called Carry On Dick.
Yeah.
And there was a bloke in them whose job was just to go, no.
Yeah. What was his name? His name was
Kenneth Williams.
Kenneth Williams.
God. All right.
How do we get here? I think the answer for this century would surely be the Halloween movies, because I saw there's a bus shelter poster at the moment, and it says Halloween ends. That's the next one. You go, I've been hearing that Halloween ends since I was at school.
Absolutely.
I'm very old.
This is scary music.
Creepy. Imagine him in your backyard, just looking at. Hey, Tone, how's Sizzletown going?
We don't have time, do we? Do we have time?
I want to play this thing.
All right. Do we have thumbs up? Okay. I mentioned James Bond, Roger Moore, James Bond. Do you remember when he was an Octopussy?
Yeah.
That was one of the poorer later ones. We've found a trailer from 1980, so you've got to go right back to 1983, James Bond. Have a listen to this.
Roger Moore is Ian Fleming's James Bond 007 in Albert R. Broccoli. James Bond in Ian Fleming's Quadragina.
Yes, sir? I'd like an exploding hotel room, please.
filling the screen with explosions. Careful, Bond, it's an exploding suppository.
He certainly got to the bottom of things.
This is Albert R. Broccoli's, Roger Moore's, Ian Fleming's, James Bond at his best.
Yes, sir? I'd like a new blazer, one ideal for falling out of a plane.
Filling the screen with blazers.
Follow that car and try to hit as many chickens as possible.
Filling the screen with exotic tail. Careful, Bond, she's the notorious quadragina.
Looks like I'm in with 4 chances.
James Bond, quadragina. In cinemas and across 7 individual laser discs.
That's disgraceful.
Laser discs.
I'm going outside to. I'm going to phone in and complain about this show.
Please listen to Sizzletown. Get it wherever you get your podcasts. Have a good week, Tony.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Plenty here today, Swanee.
Right.
Plenty here. Let's just whip through them.
Good.
Let's do it.
First thing on the item, if you haven't heard this, it's just random thoughts that I've written down and I just like to throw them up. Dino, were you at the basketball recently and photographed with a mascot?
Absolutely.
What?
Birdman.
Yeah, exactly.
Birdman's an absolute mad dog.
What basketball game was this?
South East Melbourne Phoenix.
Were you sitting on, what is it?
Celebrity row.
Yes.
Quickly, who else was on Celebrity
who else
Row?
was there?
Well, you had Craig McLaughlin.
Dino?
No.
Come on, be serious.
No.
He was singing the national
Honestly, no one I could recognise.
Oh, my God.
No.
That's fine.
Hey, we love you.
Thank you.
But if you are the biggest name on Celebrity Row,
Yeah.
that's a sad night at the ball.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Not for you.
Nah, good for
Good
me.
stuff for you.
My mate was wrapped.
Is Hutchie there?
Hutchie was not there.
Was it a date?
Nah, it's my mate Stacey Gagoulis.
Okay. The great.
Because you have taken a date to the basketball before, haven't you?
Yeah, it took Vanessa Sunshine.
Vanessa Sunshine.
Yeah.
And who is the biggest celebrity there apart from you?
Oh, Hutchie that day. Big time, big time. But also that day I spilt red wine on the court. And those little kids with the mops were very quick to clean that up.
That's not their job, by the way.
Ah, well, it's fluid.
They're cleaning up the sweat from the players.
Their job is to clean up moisture.
It was a test.
There was red moisture.
What did Vanessa Sunshine think of you spilling red wine on the court and having kids clean up after you?
She thought it was playfully charming.
Did she?
Yeah.
How is she?
10 out of 10.
And when was the last time you heard from her?
July 2019. Any other questions?
No.
No, none.
Hey,
none.
this one's for Swanee. I just saw it.
COVID, Dana.
Future, Yeah.
What did you say, Brownie?
COVID.
COVID, yeah,
Mate,
that's it.
COVID stuff.
Yeah, they were going to have a second date. She said she had COVID and has still got it, apparently, according to, like, anytime he rings for a date, no, I've still got
Oh, the
COVID.
last text message from Vanessa Sunshine just said, sorry, looks like super long COVID.
It's long COVID. Medical thing.
Futurama's returning.
Is it?
So Futurama, of course, the Matt Groening, the creator, one of the creators of The Simpsons, it has announced that it'll be returning to screens in 2023. Of course, one of the it was a beloved show in the 2000s, and then it finished up in 2013 and has come back 10 years later.
People will be very excited about that.
If you liked Futurama, and also, tell you, it's just, that happened to Family Guy. Do you know that? Family Guy was cancelled after 3 seasons and came back.
Really?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And it just all goes well for a little show on SBS in 2009 called ADBC. Just for all the fans out there, I may have an announcement pretty soon.
What do you think is going to get renewed first after their first season? ADBC or Long Lost Family?
It could be a crossover show when Long Lost Family goes back and finds out all the people that were on ADBC. ADBC, if you don't know, was
maybe you can swap hosts. Sando goes over and hosts ADBC. You host Long Lost Family with Christine.
Oh, gee, that's good stuff
That's
from
good
you.
stuff from you.
ADBC, if you didn't know, was a history-based comedy quiz show on SBS.
Nerd alert.
How didn't it work?
I don't know. They didn't really give it a go. Only 26 eps.
They really could have recorded more.
Hey, Many people asking me about whether our little trip up to the Mildura for a night for the Mildura Imperials.
You keep on saying
Mildura.
Keep on saying
Mildura. Sorry.
Mildura. What
No.
did you guys get up to?
Well, hell of a night. What's wrong with you? Mildura.
What do you mean, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? Why are you saying Mildura?
It was Mildura. And they were asking me if it was a fundraiser. I said, absolutely. For as much as it hurt us, no envelope at all.
Envelopes.
And then they said,
How much did they make? Do you know?
I know the figure.
Oh, do you?
It's not nice. It's
Why? It's a fundraiser. That's a good figure to celebrate.
North of 30.
Great.
North of 30, so it was good.
Of course, the week before Swanee, I did something for the North Baldwin Rotary Club. And I just forgot to tell you that also wasn't an envelope.
Oh,
At the end of the night, they handed me a certificate where it was they'd made a donation on my behalf to help eradicate polio in third world countries.
That's excellent. Would you have rathered the cash?
I told them I was an anti-vaxxer and I would write a little bit of folding. Just something. No, it was wonderful, doing great things. And the last thing I wanted to mention was, sometimes a topic will come up and the person you're talking to cannot not say something. For instance, right? Remember when Dave O'Neill was in here?
Yeah.
And I was talking about camels.
Yes.
And you can, if you listen to this, he can't help himself.
No.
He hears the word camel.
Yeah.
And he can't not say this. Well, this is the King Abdulaziz Camel Festival, which was on
awesome.
On late.
Man's on a camel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What does it even mean?
Man's on a camel.
Yeah, well, I did say it. The follow-up to that was, great, mate, thanks. You just sit there. You just say whatever comes to mind. Don't completely disregard if you think it's going to help us or not. You just say whatever comes to mind. Well, it happened again yesterday. I think it was during Mystic. It was during Mystic.
It was
Chrissie.
during Mystic.
Was it?
Yeah, because you had a guess about
not a guess.
Sorry.
It's a message.
You had a message.
Yeah.
You had a message about what car the caller was driving or drove. And have a listen to Brownie. He hears the word, he hears the brand of the car, and he does his best, but eventually he can't help himself.
I just got, and I don't know why, Nissan. Is it a Nissan?
No, I used to have a Nissan, but I don't now.
Not bad. It's not bad.
No, it's close enough.
Nissan Pulsar.
Oh, man. You couldn't help yourself, mate.
We were all thinking it.
It's not so much the car. It's just the way you say it.
The Nissan Pulsar.
It's like 5A.
Pulsar.
I just thought that was amazing. Because you
Well,
were
Nissan
trying not to.
Well, Nissan Patrol doesn't sound as good, does it?
No.
The way to be able to say Pulsar.
Nissan Pulsar. You better stop saying that as well, or Toyota will get really mad.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.